Yo, what is up, guys? Welcome back to a brand new video. This is something different. This is only supposed to be just a little something to throw into the Jack Meat video, but we ended up getting that much footage and doing that many little bits to the Civic that has now become its own dedicated video. So hope you enjoy the new upgrades and mostly just some aesthetic bling that we've treated the trusty Civic to after being, honestly, the perfect family car for around about a year now. Alright, so you joined me here in the past. You just seen the engine bay on the Civ. You already know whether it's Jack Meat or flowing spring. I'm not quite sure yet, but I'm going to show you the process of what we're doing. And if you haven't already seen it, then you need to be following the Car Medness TikTok. As you've seen, we got ourselves a new D16 valve cover, and we've already cleaned it. Started getting to sanding, get it smooth. So yeah, we're gonna set tripod up, do the time lapse. If you haven't already seen the video on the TikTok, then of course, make sure you're going in the description. Alright, that's the bit of sanding done today. Weather's looking crap, boss. We're getting on. But a little pro tip, a few Honda guys that want to swap your valve covers or do all your valve cover gaskets yourself. So get these bastards out. Get yourself 2 channel locks like this, or vice grips, whatever you want to call them. Use the small ones to clamp on to the metal, and then use your big ones to clamp onto the handle and just twist the fuckers out. That is the quickest and easiest way to get those buggers out, and it doesn't matter what condition they come out because they're getting replaced. Alright, we're back. Day 2, and as you can already hear, Reed's already got back to it.
And you never kiss a girl after she done give head. Tell them I say nothing to go so. Well, in the bed, a man and woman should have hug and caress. So fire on the people when them with the same sex. No matter how you honey and no matter how you dress. No girl have to use your cocky for the gun. No, 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 no. No, no, nothing to know. No, no, nothing to know. No, no, nothing to go so. Nothing to know. No, no, nothing to know. No, no, nothing to know. No, no, nothing to go so. No, you never sell your friend, sell yourself from the feds. Tell them I say nothing to go so. And when you bust a full ratchet full of copper and lead, tell them I say nothing to go so. No boy never make you scared from where you rest your head. Tell them I say nothing to go so. And them never force you fit join no gang and pledge. Tell them I say nothing to go so. Well, you never inform, make no price on your head. Friend them who vex with you and one you dead. No waste of your chance, we paint the town red. Cause when you bust it up, me see the Babylon flame. No, 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 no. Me see the Babylon dead. No, 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 no. Me see the Babylon dead. Me see the Babylon dead.
Alright, we missed the first coat. Of course, you know, British weather. Not sure if it's going to rain when it looks like this, so you got to try and get your work done while you can. And of course, well, Reed's just excited to get the first layer of primer on it, because it's always the best reference to see if you've sanded it properly and cleaned it off properly. First layer went on well. Second layer, it's just always something I do, to be fair, and it gets any little spots you missed on the first go over. It's looking good. The valve cover's definitely looking nice and smooth. We did a good job sanding that, to be fair. But in all fairness, the Dremel is definitely a cheat code, especially for that big flat surface at the top. Alright, that's the quick drying primer done there too. Now on with the pink.
Me see the Babylon from you never lie with another man in a bed. Nothing to go so. And you never sex a girl when she on a cold red. Nothing to go so. And you never build the shoulder muscle with the third leg.
Alright, there we go. So 2 coats of pink on there, and it's definitely definitely looking good. We're gonna see how this dries, see whether it needs a third coat or not. If not, then we'll let it cure onto there properly, and then Ree wants to sand the Honda letters down and do those in a purple, and then obviously clear coat the whole thing. Alright, so you've seen the valve cover get painted. Now we're trying out different tactics, and we'll try just with the this purple here. Doesn't quite come out quite vibrant enough, so I had the idea of paint pen white to give a white base for it to sit on, wait for that to dry, and then of course go over that with the white, and then go back over it once the white's dried with that to give it a white base and help it pop more.
And you never kiss a girl after she don't give head.
Alright, now while Ree's waiting for that paint to dry, waiting for the purple dry, see which she prefers, the paint or the paint pen, I'm gonna be installing this onto the Civic. Got her, well, gave her a little early birthday present. And nice tow hook. Now the thing is, with Hondas like this, they have tow loops welded into the chassis, so this thing is properly bolted up with some substantial bolts. So this is a functional tow hook, it's not just for show. So we're gonna bolt that on. Now you can see right there, that's what we're bolting onto. Hey, he's still hanging down there, a little dirty, a little bumper charm. Might actually hang it off the tow hook now. But, yeah, I just have to lie on the floor to get to it. That's the only annoying part. Both of them don't quite go through the loop, but I've clamped it on there nice. I ain't going anywhere. Oh yeah, the whole car's moving. Just give it that quick double check. Well, I think it's all good. It definitely looks good. Oh, I almost forgot. Oh, how would I get this on there before? Oh, that's how I did it. I don't think it fits. Ah, it's just too small. We'll leave it hanging there.
There you go, that should do the trick.
Right, so you saw me figuring out the tow hook. We're back here, and yeah, after some deliberation, and of course, naturally, most of the time when you pop your hood in the daylight, the bonnet tends to put it in shade. The spray paint purple looks better, so that's what Ree's going with. And yeah, putting the white down is definitely a shout, because it's definitely popping a lot more than it was.
If he just hold ya, put me arms right around ya. Girl, you give me the tightest hold I ever get in my life. Oh yeah, just squeeze me, put the thing all around me. Girl, you give me the tightest hold I ever get in my life. Oh yeah, my eyes them dry and I don't care. I take it anytime, anywhere, and in the square, in the fair, and it's a woman, I will be there. I want a girl to come right by me. I want a girl to come take care of me. Make me feel it, make me feel it. Oh.
Alright, Ree's unsure whether to go back to white or keep as is, overall purple. Undecided with the lettering, so I thought, just put it on top of the motor, get it around all the other colours of the engine bay, and see how it looks there. Look at this one. Look at her. But yeah, I also have the purple there to go with it. So we're sticking with the purple. I think we're done with the valve cover. Just got to clear coat it.
Is it you just hold me, put your arms right around me?
And you thought it was just the valve cover and then the added bonus for tow hook. No. It's got a headlight restoration kit to get the front of these headlight lenses looking a bit more shiny and OEM fresh. And finally, now we bought a used one, but it didn't come with this bung, and then I couldn't find one that come with the right plug. So, but then I had a closer look. Turns out you could just take it out, so I was able to buy a cheap whale penis, as they call it in the Honda scene, intake. Set the tripod up, you can see Reese just taping off around the lights. Get a protective border, so you don't have to worry about getting shift sand. Do a bit of sanding when you do headlight restoration on your lens. Don't have to worry about getting near the edges and catching any of the paint. But yeah, we've got the tools. Let's crack this off and get the sporty boy in, get this engine bay looking more Larry to go in that soon to come valve cover.
Girl, you give me the tightest hold I ever get in a mind. Like a fast bike on a road, vroom, 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 vroom. Girl, on the back, she a go boom, 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 boom. Give me the mag, I wanna differ, boom, 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 boom. Me no play lost when it's time to come, I'm out of control. I'm more fire, she wanting her soul. You say more and more, but still she grown and still she multiply much. Girl, if it just hold me.
Zip rep, as you've seen, we got the whale penis on. Let's grab the other one to make sure it was the same. And yeah, I just had to scoot that a bit more onto the tube, I guess. And we just whacked a couple black zippies on there to stop it, you know, wanting to bounce up and slap the hood for those jack meat speed bumps. Now, this isn't even fully complete, but there is in progress, and there is not started yet. That is, even on camera, is quite a considerable difference. Let's go. There you are with both. It's a good kit. You're definitely doing a good job. It's their first time restoring headlights. To be fair, it's all come out well. The valve cover, which we'll be getting the gaskets on and we'll throw it on soon. That is all painted up, of course. Yeah, it's coming along nicely. The old clean Civic is only getting cleaner. There is that headlight again. Now on to the other side. Yeah, we've got our little zoomer out here joining us once again. It's a little windy today, but I think a jacket can't sort out. May as well let it play since the weather's nice. He's cracking on. We'll go back onto the time lapse in a second. And to be fair, it is chunky, but it does fit in there nice.
Just squeeze me. Come, 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 come. Girl, if it just hold me. Vroom, 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 vroom. Just squeeze me. Come, 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 come. Vroom, 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 vroom.
Wow. I'll quickly chuck in a still of what this looked like before, but that's definitely brightened up the front end and definitely given her a facelift. It's nice now. Still got the chrome around the grille, so seeing the silver pop a lot better around the lights now. Ties into that grille a lot nicer. And while we're here, that new intake, we're gonna get the start up. Oh yeah. Oh, you can hear it. You can definitely hear it sucking. Alright, there we go. Oh, that works nice. She's breathing in all the air. Alright, that is it for today. The headlights cleaned up. We'll get a picture of those once the hood's down. Whale paint's installed, and while we're over here, got some dress-up bolts for the new valve cover, but of course, I always have extras, so we decided to throw them in the wings since we only need 4, and there's 3 in each wing, and it was a pack of 10, so it worked out perfectly. But of course, either maybe before, but most likely after flowing spring, we'll be getting that on. Who knows? All depends on weather and time and whether anyone can be asked. And obviously, if the engine's cool enough, can't be working on the hothead. There she is with the hood down and that. The front end's definitely looking younger now. To be fair, the car doesn't show its age much, but those headlights were definitely one of the telltale signs. With that gone, it's looking younger again. Alright, you join me just by myself under the bay. Just having a quick check of the pipe. That's all good. The filter did fall off. I didn't tighten the filter enough, so I've tightened that back on. Double checked the bolts in the wing. A couple of them. That one and the one at the back there wasn't fully tightened, but everything's all good. And then of course, while I was here and Ree's out, added that little surprise. Little message to the haters. Alright, we're back after a busy week, continuing on with the Civ. It is Saturday, so it's the weekend just before Jack meet, and Ree's out. I got work later. We're supposed to be at my dad's so he could check over the brakes and all that and tighten up the handbrake, but he felt ill today. I was going to get him to do the valve cover because we haven't had time for the weekend since we were there, May as well, but since he's ill, I've just turned around and said, okay. I've watched the videos on how to do the gaskets and make sure that it doesn't leak, because the way this is bolted up, the way D60 valve covers are bolted on, you see these are more inner and then go right to the corner, whereas these are a bit more in the corner but not quite, so you just kind of want to have a bit of RTV in certain places on one side of it, and then the other side just a thin layer for when it goes on to the deck. And then yeah, we just gotta label these up, install the gaskets onto the valve cover. Not gonna do the main one. I'm just gonna get it in place, then do the RTV just before putting it on. And she's gonna pull this off, RTV on, and then I think you got to flare the little bits in there. I'll show you as I go along. I'll be watching a video to make sure I am doing all the steps correctly alongside as well. Perks of now having 2 phones to be able to do this sort of stuff with. I don't have to sacrifice footage for making sure I know what I'm doing. Enough yapping, let's get into it. And the amount of content we've got on this girl already, it looks like Keiko's finally getting her own dedicated video on the channel.
I must say nothing that goes so. And you never such a girl when she on the cold red. Tell her I say nothing that goes so. And you never build a shoulder muscle with the 3rd leg. Tell them I say nothing that goes so. And you never kiss a girl after she done get head. Tell them I say nothing that goes so. Well, in the bed, the man and woman should have hold and caress. So fire on the people when them with the same sex. No matter how you horny and no matter how you dress. No girl have to use your cocky for the gun. No, 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 no. No, no, nothing, no, no. No, no, nothing, no, no. No, no, nothing that goes so. Nothing, no, no. No, no, nothing, no, no. No, no, nothing, No, you never sell your friend to sell yourself from the feds. Tell them I say nothing to go, so. And when you bust a full ratchet full of copper and lead, tell them I say nothing to go, so.
Alright, now this is one thing, we've got a dress-up kit for the valve cover. So you have a little thread piece that you have to wind in there with an Allen. And then you got to put this effectively extension rod on, so then you can get your nice shiny fancy dress-up bolts in your valve cover.
Tell them I say nothing to go, so. No boy never make you scared from where you rest your head. Tell them I say.
Got to press record, but we've got the RTV. I had a look on there and on the engine. There's no RTV on the bottom, so we're just gonna snug it up nicely. Of course, I'm gonna just dip my finger in oil and gently run it around the edge, so then it gets that nice little seal. And then, yeah, button it up in the engine bay.
And them never force you fit join no gang and pledge. Tell them I say nothing no go, so. Well, you never inform, make no price on your head. Friend them who vex with you and want you dead. No waste of your chance, we paint the town red. Cause when you bust it up, you see the model and fled. Me see the Babylon dead. Me see the Babylon dead. Me see the Babylon dead. Me see the Babylon. From you never lie with another man in a bed. Nothing goes. And you never sex a girl when she on a cold red. Nothing goes. And you never bend the shoulder muscle with the third leg. Nothing goes. And you never kiss a girl after she don't give head. Nothing goes.
Well, there we are, valve cover on. Now we've got the dress-up bolt kit, so it got the extended rods in there, but the bolts that actually go into them weren't long enough. Stripped the top threads out, so wasn't able to get any of the right hex bolts. But we managed to get these in. That's why you'd have seen me switch to a screwdriver. But we got the broken threads out of the way, cleared them out, and then got through to the good threads with these. Now bolted in a perfect length, and unfortunately I made a slight scoof getting that on with the pliers, but that can be touched up, to be fair. And yeah, give it a little wipe with a baby wipe or something. It's obviously, you know, my hands got a bit oily and greasy, taking the old one off and putting this one on.
Where you gone?
But yeah, it definitely looks good in there. And yeah, just need to touch up my little oopsie in the corner there. Also, it's the first time showing you the oil cap, the Mugen oil cap, and actually the purple matches very well. And of course this purple matches very well with the rear tow hook. Alright, well that took slightly longer than expected, but that was because of the aftermarket dress-up bolt kit, to be fair. Everything OEM didn't give me any issue, so there's a top tip for you. If you want things to just be easy, quick, and no hassle, just OEM parts all the time. I've had the issue with my WR. Bought a Hendler ignition coil, just aftermarket, you know, mass parts producing company. My bike would keep breaking up, flashing the engine light, turning itself off when I come off a full throttle. Got myself an OEM one from Yamaha. Never had that issue since. So, you know, when it comes to electrical components and making sure your car runs right, stick to OEM. And if you're going to go for a D16 valve cover dress-up bolt kit, I'd recommend just get yourself a couple longer bolts for the back. Other than that, though, it's been pretty smooth sailing. And considering the last time I took a valve cover off an engine was in college, and I didn't have to worry about losing any tools down there because it was never going back into a car or going to run again, I'm pretty happy with myself. Speaking of cars starting up, RTV should be all good now. Let's fire it up. I dropped the paper gasket, so I had to make an impromptu one. I will be replacing it. Well, there's no major leaks, so there's nothing instantly coming out. So that is win number 1. I'm not seeing any weeping at all either. Nah, that's good. I'm not seeing any oil coming out of anywhere. Alright, good. Well, so far, we're going to let it warm up because, of course, the oil gets thinner when the engine warms up. So then that will see if we have any little tiny misting leaks. Obviously, when the engine hasn't been started at all today, the oil's at its thickest, I guess. Although the oil was pretty good in this, to be fair, pretty clean. You saw me dipping my finger in it to run around the gasket before putting the new valve cover on. And there you have it. We didn't let the engine get hot. We let the oil warm up, get to, you know, a sensible operating temp to be going along at national speed limit speeds. And yeah, nothing, not even the tiniest weep. And actually, the old air filter still on strong since I've tightened the actual filter itself. The tube and everything, no issues. Since I've got the Allens out, and got the hood pop, we'll double check the bolts and the wings, make sure they haven't come loose at all. And other than that, I think we're done. Keiko's first official dedicated video. Who would have thought? I didn't think we'd have got so much bits done in this space of time. So there you have it. We are done with, I guess, the first episode of the Project Keiko series. She's been doing well for a year, so it's about time we gave her some fresh accessories to show off at the car meets. Now, of course, if you like the video, please hit the like button. Links to Social's Car Medness Picture down below. Make sure you are following. If you are not, then you missed the sneak peeks of what we were doing with this. And to see the sneak peeks of what is to come next when we start doing more to it, you're going to want to be following. Of course, links to the man Jonny K, so you can be blasting those bangers in the overcast or nice sunny weather. Of course, DBD Autos down below.
Daddy's video.
We got this little one. You say hi? She's still a little camera shy. She'll get there one day. I was camera shy when I started, to be fair, so but we'll get there. And of course, how could I forget? Links to all my socials be down below as well. Not sure when this video is coming out. You'd have seen Jack, mate. You'd have seen me take a trip to Lambo because one of my all-time dream cars is for sale there. But whatever the next video is, it could be another surprise video, or it could be next month's Flowing Spring. You all have a good one, and we'll see you at the next one. Peace.